Looks like the hacker 4chan is at it again. Yeah, we're actually going to get some, actual details out of this because Hunter Biden, his laptop, all of his different devices have been out there and they've been scoured by the ranks of the FBI and all of the information agencies. But now that it's been released to the Spurgs on 4chan, yeah, man, the stuff that we're finding out now is a little bit more juicy than just some simple text messages referring to his stepmother as well. What we kind of expected her to be for a very long time. But first and foremost, okay, give you a little bit of background because, what was that? Yesterday, released a video of everything that we had so far from Hunter Biden, okay? Didn't really know to the depths of which the iPhone backup, the iCloud for his iPhone backup, it was finally cracked. And yeah, whatever or however those text messages got released, I don't remember all that stuff, but I just want to get to this because it's far more spicy, far more hilarious. I don't know how much of it's really illegal, but just imagine if the shoe was on the other foot, right? If this was Don Jr., right? If this was Eric Trump, if this was Barron Trump, if it was Barron Trump, that'd be pretty fucking impressive, minus, the crack on the scales and all that stuff, but whatever. And then again, paying hookers with the checks, the fucker, this isn't the 40s anymore, you moron, but we'll get to that in a second, okay? Members of the 4chan online community have allegedly hacked Hunter Biden's iCloud backup data by cracking his iPhone password on Saturday. What was it? Hookers and blow 6969? Like, come on now. Human Events host, Jack Posobiec tweeted July 9th on Twitter. 4chan has apparently cracked Hunter Biden's iPhone backup password and leaking everything. Yeah, and they got some, there's a little bit of a spoiler. We're going to see that there's a lot of videos that are on there, and a lot of these videos are just going to leave you scratching your head. I can understand, right? For some voyeurs that are out there that like to videotape themselves, the fucking hookers and hotel rooms, I don't quite get that. If I wanted to be voyeuristic, I'll just go out into the park or a parking lot or something like that and fuck. But, it's okay, cool. If you wanted to get all of your money's worth and you want to put it on camera, that's fine. But why would you videotape yourself with mood lighting in a bathroom, or in a bath rather, by yourself drinking it doesn't make any fucking sense. But this is Hunter Biden. He was probably cracked out on this, looking at some of the pictures that were also released. And this is just what we know so far, right? Because those fucking autists on poll, they're going to do some hilarious scouring, and this is just going to be the gift that keeps on giving. Kind of like what you'd characterize certain STDs, which I'd imagine we're probably going to figure out, and it had something to do with it along the way. Anyways, the Gazette reports that 4chan users were rapidly posting the alleged content of Hunter Biden's iCloud account to the forum on Saturday night. Site administrators were rushing to take down the archive the posts as quickly as they went up. And funnily enough, it made it to the front page of Daily Mail. And this is all we know so far. I'm sure I'm going to have to update this video or do additional videos as well, because I was caught between a rock and a hard place, kind of like Hunter. And he just, with his rocks and hard places, he chooses the hard place as a scale, and the rock is, baking soda and cocaine. Anyways, so as of right now, Hunter Biden could face prostitution charges for transporting hookers across state lines, and that's a Mann Act, and disguising checks to them as payment for medical services. Oh my god. That is the most hack cover I've ever seen in my life. I'm sure that's exactly what Deshaun Watson did for some of his happy endings, okay? And it's as basic bitch as Tony Soprano saying that I'm in the waste management business. For fuck's sakes. Yeah, warning graphic content. I've at least paused some of the videos so we aren't going to get dinged for any of this stuff, so we're going to try to keep this for historical purposes. Prosecutors may have a case for federal prostitution offenses against Hunter Biden, according to documents, texts, and videos that were shown to he spent a staggering $30,000 on escorts in a 5-month period. You know what? Okay, I stick up for Hunter Biden for a second. Not like his normal stick-ups or anything like that. If he's out there whoring on the regular, is $30,000 that much for a 5-month period? Looks like maybe you got a bulk discount. Don't know for sure. The president's son wrote checks to Ukrainian women. Wonder why the Biden administration is so sensitive about what's going on in Ukraine right now? Just a thought. whose transactions were red flagged by banks for suspicious activity. Why you buying our women and not paying so much, comrade? I don't get it. Suspicious activity report, an SAR filed by JP Morgan Chase, named Florida and New York-based Ekaterina Moreva. Her name's going to appear quite a bit after she received tens of thousands of dollars from Hunter's company and women who the first son paid for sex. Again, before we get too far into, everything that's been alleged and photographed and videotaped, okay? This doesn't really have anything to do with Joe, and it's not really grounds to impeach him. It's just funny as fuck, okay? So don't expect any sort of follow-up on any of this stuff. Oh, he could face prostitution charges. Yeah, so could most of Washington, D.C., so it's not going to go very far. Text from Hunter's iPhone shows him handwriting checks disguised as medical services to escorts supplied by Moreva, whose website offers a girlfriend experience with prostitutes as young as 20. Delicious. If that's your game. Paying for sex is retarded. But every guy, you pay for it, everything. It's like, okay, we got it. Okay, that's the old gag, right? You either pay for it up front or you pay for it long term. Okay, cool. If you want to view sex as a transactional action and, hey, just live in your peaceful blue-pilled existence. Have fun with that. Anyways, some of Hunter's hooker payments came just hours after he received thousands of dollars from his father. Okay. Now that's where it could be interesting, okay? Did Joe knowingly fund Hunter's hooker exploits, or was that from other payments, from other things? Okay, didn't know about that little line, but if any more digging on that specifically comes out, looking at you, 4chan, because it's definitely not coming from the FBI. We've had an open investigation since 2019, and he couldn't come up with any of these easy prostitution charges? Okay, cool. The materials have been in the FBI's hands since, December 2019. There it is. Raising the prospect that the investigation into Hunter could lead to charges over his dealings with prostitutes. They've known about all of this shit since 2019. They haven't done fuck all with it. Like, come on, man. How fucking stupidly optimistic do you have to be to a fault at this fucking point? Oh my god. President's son is currently the subject of a federal investigation, in which reportedly examining potential tax crimes, money laundering, and alleged illegal foreign lobbying linked to his overseas business dealings. But no prostitution, no simple sex trafficking or anything like that. No, we just keep it above board. Tax crimes and money laundering, things that you can easily prosecute or easily defer to because loopholes and stuff. It's like, those are bad, and it's like, not when we use them. Okay, fine, whatever. But there's one picture. There's another one of him. I don't know who's taking these pictures and why he's keeping them on his phone. Like, okay, again, any self-respecting man doesn't have that many pictures of his dick on his own fucking phone, like, for Christ's sakes. There's one up close picture, not the one that's partially shown on the bottom there, but there's one up close picture of one of the checks that he got a child to write out, because look at the difference in handwriting is pretty significant, okay? Because to me personally, it looks like the date is written by somebody different than whoever wrote the paid order line, okay? And then the cursive handwriting, the rest of it looks completely different. So I don't know, maybe it was all written out beforehand and you just had to figure out after everybody was doing all the coke and all the fucking, okay? And then they had to just figure out who I need to make this out to, and it's like, okay, well, just whatever will give me more of that. That comes from Robert Hunter Biden. Oh, okay. Kathleen B. Biden, it roast. Oh, okay, cool. I have no idea what that means, but anyways, that's who else is on there. And yeah, man, he's got a picture of him being, I theoretically he's in there somewhere, but $3,500, $3,400. That'll get you a Ukrainian threesome. Congratulations. That's not bad. That's not bad, okay? Just saying, right? Okay, a woman sent videos to Hunter on a train after he paid for their ticket to New York for their illicit hookup. Hey, man, you need to make sure that you didn't pay for nothing, okay? And he's definitely got a type. That's just a little bit more curvaceous than his cousin. Fucking weirdo. Anyways, yeah. The SAR leaked to an anti-corruption nonprofit, Marco Polo. What? And obtained by Daily Mail. Says student Anna Decatur, okay, from Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, received $274,873 between November 18th and March 2019. The fucking 5-month period with no clear legitimate economic purpose. Okay, that right there, that's overpaying. Wow, that's a lot of money. Jesus. See, that would make a little bit more sense if those were his hooker payments and people were getting outraged by that. That's a lot of money. The SAR said the money was received from 8 senders, including Hunter's company, Owaska PC. All right, that's the only thing PC that's about any of this stuff. Two of the women listed as depositing the large sums in Decatur's account are also in text messages on Hunter's laptop and appear to be hookers he hired. How adorable. And again, if you're banging hookers, why are you writing down their name, let alone knowing their name? Anyways, some of the cash was sent on to Mareva, who Hunter used to facilitate many of his sword nights with prostitutes. Well, hey, you go through the madam to get the girls. It's like, come on now. Everybody knows how that works. One depositor named in the SAR was a woman Hunter filmed on his iPhone in January of 2019. Wow, January of 2019. So this shit ain't even that old, okay? Claiming he gave her a $10,000 and asking if he hurt her. Unfortunately, I've seen his dick more than I want to, so I don't really think he's, putting a hurt on anybody. Another is a woman Hunter paid $2,400, on the cheap, on Venmo for an art consultation. Okay, cool. Paint me like one of your French girls. Sure. And fuck you like one of your Romanian whores. Further, $200 for packaging and shipping. Oh, okay, cool. $200 to get flued out, $2,400 to get banged. In Hunter's text conversations with Mareva, she referred him to a website called Uber GFE, Girlfriend Experience, I would imagine, which advertises models who can give clients a girlfriend experience in Los Angeles, New York, Boston, Miami, Washington, D.C. It's probably pretty busy there, Chicago, London, and Paris, but suspiciously not in Las Vegas or even Nevada, where that shit is legal or decriminalized, one of the two. Anyways, women on the site are pictured in skimpy lingerie. Yeah. The fucking whore ad, okay? Again, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. The site says it it has employees in Ukraine, and some of the women Hunter hired through Mareva have Ukrainian names. Yeah. A lot of skis, skas, ovs, and you know the gimmick. Uber GFE has a page saying it supports Ukraine and its war with Russia and provides cryptocurrency addresses for the visitors to donate to alleged charitable funds. Yes, pay for Svetlana to get out the bombed out area of Donbass region, so you pay her enough and you can bomb out her area of Donbass. Hunter texted photos of Mareva showing he mailed checks to prostitutes. Why are you doing this? Texting. You got to use encrypted services, my guy. Jesus fucking Christ. Crack is whack. It makes you do really terrible business decisions. For thousands of dollars from his joint account with his ex-wife Kathleen, who divorced him in 2017. But they were still operating a joint account? What the fuck? Here's some more glamour shots. One of his whores. Again, he doesn't go... I guess that one's married. Or they were for the night. Maybe that's how they snuck her up. Or it could just be an Eastern European thing where they wear the rings. The marriage finger is on another hand. I know at least... Or on the other hand, rather. Sorry, it's not like they had 3 hands. Chernobyl wasn't that bad. But for other former Eastern Bloc countries, yeah, they wear wedding bands on their right hand. It's just weird. Weird observation. But again, we're dealing with crack, the first son, and hookers, so it's all going to be fucking odd. Okay, so text message exchange between Hunter and Mareva asking for 8 more hours with the women. He said he already spent $5,000 for 8 hours of their time and would like an additional 8 for a total of 16-hour rendezvous. Yeah, so it'll be $10,000. Can you still do math, you fucking strung out goof? Okay, but till 9 a.m. it will be $3,600 plus Uber. Confirm here, please. Sorry, missed the call. How much would another 8 hours cost? I paid $5,000 for the first 8 hours that ends at noon. How much would you charge me for another 8 hours, which would make it 16 hours, all the oftener? $5,000. Ava, first of all, it only cost me 48 hours for the first 8 hours. You shouldn't have said $5,000. Why are you giving a number first and foremost? Jesus Christ. Do you not know how to negotiate? No, of course he doesn't. He's just the fucking money laundering scheme for his father. He's not that bright. You think, okay, even somebody as incompetent as Hunter Biden is, he would pick up a thing or two when he's just around natural sharks all the time when it comes to negotiating. You never put a number up front unless it's something comically low or comically high. You never fucking play your hand, okay? Especially when she's telling you other numbers up top as well, for fuck's sakes. But again, we're trying to give, you know, a hooker advice to a crackhead. Whatever. And that's just good negotiating advice in total, okay? But anyways, I have her 200 to be nice, okay? You gave, always take at least 100 off for anything over 4. So how about 9,000 total? 9,500, okay? The terrible negotiating right here. Terrible. I'll wire you the money at 2 p.m. if at all, thanks, love. Let her know, thanks, okay, text her, I just got back to work, blah, blah, blah. Everything all got sent and whatever. I know that I cannot exchange your checks after that. Yeah, no, that's all great. And I'm not reading all of that stuff. Feel free to as well. Oh, that's just the announcement that Anna Decatur got a whole bunch of illicit and odd checks through a certain amount of time from Wells Fargo, Bank of America, a whole bunch of different financial institutions. That's a video that we're not going to be watching because, yeah, no, exactly. Rips a fart while sitting naked. While in a spa. Yeah, no, exactly. He does funny things, but why the fuck are you recording yourself doing this stuff? It's like, this would be something good to catch on video if you're trying to blackmail somebody. Unfortunately, you're recording your own blackmail footage. What? Like, if you just wanted to get all of this stuff out on Front Street, like, you know, you have a past or something like that, and you just want to get out ahead of it if you was to transition into, I don't know, a more straight kind of business, okay? You'd want to get all of your fuck shit out of the way to begin with. But why would you hide it, okay? And then why would you videotape all of it? Like, none of this stuff makes any sense. But again, we're trying to glean some sort of sanity into a crackhead and also a Biden's mind. And we know how delicate that process is in and of itself. Just more, you know, receipts when it comes to travel for different whores, I guess, whatever. Don't really care all that much. Hunter falsely wrote on some of the checks that they were for Blue Water Wellness, the name of a rehab therapy center he used. Oh, okay, cool. Another whore front. Terrific. The center has nothing to do with the dealings with prostitutes. Oh, of course not, no. Hunter's spending on escorts totaled more than $30,000 between November 18 and March 2019. So all things considered, right? Because if he paid for whatever that that text exchange that we just went through, okay? If he was paying for 16 hours there and then that totaled $9,500, he wasn't out there whoring all that much in the grand scheme of things in that 4 to 5 month period. Some of the money may have unwittingly come from his father. Texts from January 2019 revealed by the Washington Examiner last month show Joe sent Hunter $5,000 just hours before he got into a dispute with the prostitute. He claimed he paid $10,000. We probably talked about that. I forgot about it. Anyways, when Mareva followed up with Hunter over his escort debts a month later, he texted her and said he had trouble sending money because the payments had raised a red flag with his bank due to the recipient's Russian email address. Are you getting scammed, sir? No, not quite. It doesn't itch anymore. What? Nothing. Emails with .ru flags. Oh, flags wires, he wrote. Too much of a red flag for bank, which is the reason why I've been unable to take care of this to begin with. It's what my accounts frozen and reviewed by bank. Oh, it's what got my accounts frozen. That makes more sense. Okay. Documents on the laptop show Hunter asking Mareva which girls were available for fun on December 11th, 2018, which stayed in a $700 per night suite at the Roxy Hotel in New York's Tribeca area. Nice place, some nice girls. We're going to have a party. He then booked Amtrak trains. Oh, yeah, because you know his father. I love the Amtrak. How wonderful. To transport 3 prostitutes from Boston to New York. I don't know how long that train ride is, but honestly, imagine being, it's like, oh my God, okay, you're a famous, well, at the time, he was famous former vice president's son, right? And you gotta just get hookers? Like, how bad is your game? Oh, Jesus, whatever. Videos the woman sent Hunter show them on the train, and the later video shows Hunter and the three women having sex and filming it with his laptop and an iPad. Oh, it was a multi-camera shoot, huh? Awesome. Month later, before the tryst, Hunter sent the women $1,000 via the app Zelle. It's like Zellers. It's an old chain store in Canada. Emails on his laptop show. If Hunter transported prostitutes across state lines, that's a man act. Knocking over mailboxes. Fucking expensive strippers, that's a man act. Title 18, Section 2421 of the U.S. Code, also known as... I didn't even know, but I did. Anyways, as the Mann Act, says whoever knowingly transports any individual in interstate or foreign commerce or in any territory or possession of the United States with intent that such individual engage in prostitution or any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with the criminal offense or attempts to do so shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for no more than 10 years or both. Yeah, that's nice and all, and unless it's a child, it's really hard to charge anybody with a Mann Act, because they can just make up whatever excuse they want. These whores can be like, no, we just came to go see Hunter. He didn't pay for any of our travel or anything like that. No. The payments were for something totally different. We just fucked him and recorded it because he's such a nice person, has very big rocks. Former New Jersey prosecutor Mitchell Epner says the expert in sex traffic and prostitution. Oh, he's a sex trafficking and prostitution case expert. How awesome. God, that's got to be a grim fucking department and expertise to have. Christ almighty. Like, we're having fun with this stuff, but this shit gets depraved and disgusting. It doesn't even take that far to really go down that rabbit hole, and I try to keep it above board. Hiring prostitutes in Massachusetts to New York might be a Mann Act violation. Yeah, it might be, but it's impossible to really pin down unless you have somebody who's outright cooperating, okay? But the prosecutors rarely brought this case over such alleged crimes unless it was combined with other charges. Yeah, like if it was the transportation of a minor, and then you can hit them with a federal charge for the Mann Act, and that's normally how that kind of shit works, okay? Simple interstate travel for purposes of prostitution, absent coercion, or underage victims. There it is. You don't have to take it from me. You can just listen to the prosecutor himself. I don't know, man. I just work here. I just report the facts as I see them. Would narrowly be something that federal prosecutors, as a matter of discretion, would decide to prosecute. And especially given the fact that this is Hunter Biden, Robert Hunter Biden, right? Uncle Joe's the third. He just uses his middle name because it probably sounds cooler. For example, in the Maxwell trial, they did bring Mann Act charges, but that was in conjunction with sex trafficking charges. Yeah, and exactly. Which girls did Ghislaine actually traffic, though? No, but they got her for that, and gave her 20 years, and yeah, she's, remember, she's still on suicide watch, even though she's not suicidal. I think we're counting down the days on that one. Who has 2 months? Yeah, okay, he just knocked me down for that. But anyways, yeah, man, here's probably some very enticing, but to be completely honest, pretty bog standard promotional material, and this is for Uber GFE. Just trying to take a look at, he probably got what, Asti? Oh, she's a friend. Oh, how adorable. I'm sure she probably is a great conversationalist, except for most of the conversations end with who else? Because I've seen a lot of tattoos, but I thankfully don't see a lot of tattoos on these girls that are here, so maybe it's just a little bit of an outdated flyer that they have sent out. They just have more girls on other pictures as well, but hey, man, at least, you know what, hey, they support current thing, right? Because, well, you think that they would be kind of rooting for Russia, because then it would have the opportunity to kind of flush out some of those hot Ukrainians. Just saying. Yeah, man, I'm just waiting for what 4chan has next. So this stuff will probably be out of date by the time anybody sees it. We've probably got more stuff, but don't worry. I'll be rolling whenever we got the new stuff coming out and just having a laugh at this fucking whoremonger. I just find it hilarious at this point, because what else can you do about it? Nobody's going to prosecute him for it. All you can do is just laugh at his weird dick and his propensity to fuck whores. Congratulations. If you lived life without consequences and you had an unlimited amount of resources around you, you might do the exact same thing. Anyways, with all of that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.